What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. Remember I told you it seems like when crimes occur, crazy crimes, they come in like bunches. It'd be like similar crimes right behind each other. It then started again. You know, like, or just events. We've seen it with the plane crashes. Now we're seeing it with crooked ass police. Now, I just did a video on the 9 police officers that was indicted for murder and manslaughter charges for inmate Robert Brooks out there at Marcy Correctional Institute in New York. Well, check this out. This is a story you got to see to believe too. This came out yesterday as well. This is from Coleman County, Alabama. Shout out Coleman County. I don't know where that's at, but it's all good. And this is about a place called Hanceville, Alabama, a city called Hanceville, Alabama, shout out to them, where the police, they're debating on whether to shut down the whole police department because the chief of police, 4 officers, and one of the officers' wives are all caught up in an investigation or arrested right now because of breaking in the evidence room or rigging it to where they can get in the evidence room and find access to drugs to distribute it amongst themselves and other people. This comes after earlier last year when a 911 dispatcher, this is what ticked it off, died on the job from an overdose of a cocktail of drugs from the evidence room. You can't make this stuff up. Here's the story.
To a developing story in Coleman County, the Hanceville Police Department is now being called a criminal enterprise after the chief of police and 4 officers were hauled off in handcuffs, arrested on drug-related charges and tampering with evidence. WAFF 48's Noah Cowell has more on why those officers are considered a threat to public safety.
This investigation started when Chris Willingham was found dead from an overdose while he was on the job at the 911 center in August. We now know that he died with a cocktail of drugs in his system, including fentanyl. As of today, we learned that some of those drugs came right from the Hanceville Police Evidence Room, which has now sparked a massive drug and corruption investigation.
There is a rampant culture of corruption in the Hanceville Police Department, which has recently operated as more of a criminal enterprise than a law enforcement agency.
The Hanceville police chief, 4 of his officers, and an officer's wife are all facing a variety of crimes from felonies to misdemeanors. Eric Kelso is accused of giving Adderall, hydrocodone, and anabolic steroids to 2 fellow officers, Cody Kelso and Jason Wilbanks. Eric and his wife Donna are both charged with drug distribution and conspiracy. Police Chief Jason Marlin is accused of knowing about at least some of these issues and failing to report them.
These officers find themselves on the opposite end of the laws they were sworn to uphold.
In today's news conference, District Attorney Champ Crocker highlighted the lack of security in the evidence room, releasing photos of a massive hole carved out to the room where people had unauthorized access to evidence like drugs. A picture even shows a man using a broomstick to jimmy the door to get inside.
This evidence room was routinely accessed by individuals who were not authorized to do so, going in and out using this stick through the hole in the wall.
Evidence for several cases is now legally tainted and can't be used in trials. The Coleman County Grand Jury recommended the city shut down its police department entirely. If that happens, the Coleman County Sheriff Matt Gentry says his department is ready to step in to help.
We would take over all responsibilities from patrol in that area, investigation in that area, dispatch, and or the jail. Of course, you know, we have the jail here where we run over 400 inmates a day.
The 6 who were charged are currently out on bond. Now, the district attorney said that he won't go into any specifics on what caused Willingham's death, but they do attribute much of it to the lack of security in that evidence room, which Willingham did have access to on the day that he died. Reporting in Coleman County, Noah Cowell, 48 News, on your side.
The district attorney prosecuting the case is Champ Crocker, and he is live with me now. District attorney, this is such a shocking sort of pattern of facts. How long do you think it's been going on?
Well, Ashley, first of all, thank you for having me on tonight. And we don't know how long this has been going on, but after the dispatcher, Chris Willingham, died in August, I insisted on the State Bureau of Investigation coming in and doing this investigation. And through that process, we discovered a lot of troubling things, which are the subject of these indictments.
So one of the things I think of right away with my true crime spidey sense isn't so much, do you have them dead to rights? They're cops, they have covered their tracks. It's really all about the work that they've been doing for years to put other people away, let's say for drug, trafficking or dealing. And I worry about the pending cases and the convictions. Like, what is going to happen to all those people that they have been involved in prosecuting?
We have started a review of those cases, and we are going to get to the bottom of that. As far as pending cases go, if evidence has been tampered with, it is unusable. And the grand jury listed 9 findings and recommendations, one of which was this evidence is unusable, because you have to prove that evidence is the same evidence that was seized by the arresting officer when you go to court. And so we think it's certainly possible that cases could have to be dismissed. And look, as the district attorney, my job is to do justice. There's only one person in the courtroom whose job it is to do justice. Defense attorney has a duty to their client. The judge has a duty to be impartial. It's the district attorney who must do justice, and justice is what we're going to do here.
Yeah, I should put that picture back up with the guy who's got his head stuck through a hole in the wall. One of these guys, I assume, is poking his head into the evidence room. And if there were any, better proof of compromised evidence, that picture is pretty telling. I only have 10 seconds left, but is the whole department going to be abolished?
That remains to be seen. This afternoon, the Coleman County Sheriff took over on a temporary basis until the town decides what to do with it.
Champ Crocker, it's good of you to join me. Thank you so much. Good luck with this case. It's a shocker. I'll be following it for sure, and hope to see you again.
It's a goddamn shame. It's a damn disgrace. And their asses need to be locked up forever. You know why? They're entrusted for instilling law and order in that town, and they did the same crimes of the same people that they lock up. Now, it then compromised a lot of pending court cases because of their addiction to doing dumb shit with drugs. Don't you think about that? They lock people up, but get in trouble for doing the same thing they locked. How hypocritical is that? Now, this place right here, Hanceville, Alabama, I'm looking at the demographics of this place. It has a population of 3,200 people. Over 2,700 of them are white. The race is white. You got 3% is black. Native American is less than 1%. Asian less than 1%. Other mixed 3%. Hispanic, Latino 4.6%. At this time of, this census, it might have changed since then, but not drastically. Here you got a small town with a small population, and I think the police force, these people you see up there, I think they're almost the whole entire police force. This is a small town. That's what I brought all that up for. This is a small town, and they doing dumb shit, just running it like it's their own personal playground. And you're seeing all of these type of crimes, and you're starting to see it to where more and more police are getting in trouble for some of the most sickest, stupidest things that you would think somebody that supposedly knows the law or enough of the law to arrest somebody wouldn't do, because number one, they're in a position to where it's an important position in society, and two, they know not to do it. That's why I would show these people no mercy at all. You wear that badge for a reason. Fucking police chief. They deeming the whole police department a criminal organization. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's sad. They should be embarrassed. And that dumbasses should be locked up, the wife fucking too, because she's a part of this shit. Think about it. You ain't even a cop, and you sitting up there with dirty cops because you did dirty shit following behind your stupid ass husband. It's crazy. They cut a cinder block out. You know how tedious that was? With a camera right there. So they pulled the cinder block out, take a broomstick, toggle the locked evidence room, go in there, get the drugs, and distribute them amongst themselves. 911 operator died from the overdose. Dumbass, feel nothing for him. All of these people, I'd show them the flowers. I'd take them right outside, let them look at the daisies while I blow a hamburger helper out the back of their damn head. Because what they did was both hypocritical, stupid, and it compromised a lot of court cases they had in prosecuting people that were supposed to be the real bad guys from the good guys, but it was vice versa. Get them the fuck out of here. Seriously, that's trifling, sick behavior. And I'm gonna tell you something before I leave out of here. Let me say this. The reason why this stuff is happening, in my opinion, it's just me. The reason why this stuff is happening is it's just a not evolution, but what is when you evolute backwards? A de-evolution? Yeah, de-evolution of just social, the way society is. Now it's like anybody can be a police officer. I remember in the 80s when cops came out, I was glued to the TV. That was the most exciting stuff that was on TV. I'm like, that's real? They busting up in the houses, pulling guns, arresting the bad guy, all the drug money. Cops started, remember they used to show Miami. Of course, this is around, they had the cocaine cowboys and all that stuff. You see all this money you never seen. And I'm like, oh man, ATF, I want to be an ATF person. Oh man, I'm thinking they get to keep the money. Then I realized, nah, that ain't no job. And I didn't want to do it no more. But you understand what I'm saying? These people right here are doing the stuff that they're not even supposed to do. Could you imagine these people pull you over and you have a large amount of cash that you legally are supposed to have, but you have like a little bit of drugs and they take you in? Come on. There's a movie on Netflix. I forgot what it was. It took place in Louisiana. It was recently. I forgot the name of the movie. And it was a black dude riding a bike. And they pulled him over, knocked him off the bike, charged him with a crime, and then like scared him, but he had a whole bunch of money on him. They take the money from the guy, and the whole movie is about the guy trying to get the money back. I think it was like $30,000. And they had this rule where anything that's confiscated belongs to the the city until you fill out all these paperwork and all this other stuff. It make you jump through hoops, but by the time you get done doing all of that, they get to confiscate the money because it passed the timeline and the whole town was doing that. The judges, everybody was included in it. This is the same shit. It's like you see a movie and you're like, that would never happen. You know what I'm saying? Some people think like that, but they get these ideas from somewhere, and that's your proof right there. All of these people are assholes, and they should need to be dealt with accordingly. Because what they did is messed up. What you think? Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Even though it don't have anything to do with the citizens of Hanceville, it's still an embarrassing stain on the name of that city. And who wants that attributed to them? See you in the next video. Take care.